at least 45 different countries.
Wow. Oh, wow. So I didn't even know they had those back then, so that is amazing.
Yeah. My mind doesn't go past 10 years. I can't picture the world in 10 years, honestly.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be something kind of special. It's a prelude leading up to the Queen's 70th anniversary.
Big stuff going on.
In commemoration of that, as Americans, we're going to be checking out 8 amazing things you didn't know about Queen Elizabeth II. I don't know if I mentioned this. This video is a few years old, so I kind of doubt it. But I looked her up. Yeah, I looked her up, and she's right now the 4th longest reigning ruler in history.
Which is crazy.
At least from what I came across. Louis the 15th, 14th was the first one. So if she can go another 3 years, she will become the longest reigning ruler ever.
That's crazy.
I know she's the longest reigning ruler of Britain and a woman, I think, already. So she already has that. But just 3 more years. I think she can like 5 or 10.
Yeah, Jubilee year. Big stuff coming up. 70 is such a big number, I'm just saying.
Yep. I really hope she makes it to 75 though.
That'd be really interesting. Very well-rounded.
Anyway, guys, that's what we're doing here today. We're going to be checking out 8 amazing things that we definitely probably didn't know, and maybe you guys didn't know. It's
also from the channel British Pathé, whatever. We did a video on that before. Really loved it. So we're going to check out another one.
She's one of the most familiar faces in history. Her Majesty has lived through the most important moments of the modern era, and she's still kicking. But we want to throw some facts at you that perhaps you didn't know. Fasten your seatbelts. She was born on the 21st of April 1926. Her mum, the future Queen Mother, was 25 at the time, and her doctors issued a statement saying a certain line of treatment was successfully adopted. That was the polite way of saying that Elizabeth was born by caesarean section.
Oh.
This fact had major implications for the royal family. Caesareans were very delicate and risky procedures in the 1920s, and this operation automatically meant that her mother would not have a large family. The chances of...
I was a caesarean baby, and both my babies ended up being caesarean babies.
Yeah, but it was so... Like, that was back in the 1920s. They had some awful medical practices back then.
Yeah.
When I say they, I just meant the medical industry.
Yeah,
there was still some sketchy things going on back then.
Yeah.
Like, we covered, like, I know the rubber... We did a video, like, where they were talking about, like, rubber bottles for babies. That was, like, 1930s.
Oh, yeah.
There was some stuff. Anyway, so I didn't even know they had those back then, so that is amazing.
Yeah.
And this operation automatically meant that her mother would not have a large family. The chances of producing a male heir became small, and when the time came, Elizabeth would be crowned queen. According to her cousin, Lady Mary Clayton, as a child, Elizabeth, or Lilibet as they used to call her, liked to imagine herself as a pony or a horse. When she was immersed in the role and someone called her, if she didn't answer right away, she would then say, "I couldn't answer you as a pony." This might very well explain her passion for horses and horse racing.
Oh my gosh.
You would think that a future queen getting married would ensure a wedding without last-minute accidents. But not 1 or 2, but 3 crises occurred on Her Majesty's wedding day. First, no one could find the bride's bouquet. A footman had put the flowers in a cool room to keep them fresh, and until he remembered, there was panic at the palace. Then, Elizabeth's diamond tiara snapped and it had to be repaired hastily on the go.
Oh my gosh.
Last, but not least,
so bad.
another jewel she planned to wear, the double-strand pearls given by her parents, were on display at St James's Palace. No one thought she would want them, so her private secretary had to pick them up using the King of Norway's car to avoid traffic.
Wow.
When Her Majesty the Queen gave birth to Prince Charles in 1948, she endured a long 30 hours in labour.
Whoa.
But many don't know that this birth was the first to drop a long tradition of the British monarchy. It was the first time since the 18th century that a government minister was not in attendance to witness and certify the birth of the heir to the throne.
Huh. That's weird. I never thought of that. That, you know, someone in such a high role of power would need someone to verify as a witness, like, yes, he came from your loins, kind of thing.
I guess you kind of would have to.
Yeah,
just
but that didn't happen with him.
In case for some reason, like, maybe she couldn't have, you know, like if a monarch person couldn't have kids and they like tried to sneak one in
somehow.
Yeah, something like that. Huh.
They would just want to make sure it's the exact bloodline, you know.
They say that heir to the throne though, but at least from what most of the people I've talked to, they don't want him to be heir to the throne. They just want to skip.
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot of reasons, apparently. There's a lot of history. Don't know. Don't have an opinion on it. But at least
I've heard that too, though. Again, don't know why.
Since the 18th century, that a government minister was not in attendance to witness and certify the birth of the heir to the throne. English and British monarchs have been crowned at Westminster Abbey since the year 1066. But Elizabeth II's coronation was the first in history to be broadcast. Winston Churchill insisted that such a sacred event should not be seen by people who would listen in pubs.
I solemnly promise so to do.
However, the coronation's broadcast was a major hit around the world. But the most sacred portion of the service, the anointing, was not seen by the public. A little victory for Sir Winston. Together with leaders from 73 countries, the Queen recorded a message for the moon. Her statement was carried by the astronauts of Apollo 11 in the first moon landing.
Interesting.
The Queen's message was microfilmed and deposited in an aluminium case on the surface of...
Aluminium? You're like practically giggling over that.
The Queen's message was microfilmed and deposited in an aluminium case on the surface of the moon in the Sea of Tranquility. The size of a 50-cent coin, the inscription at the top of the disc reads, "Goodwill messages from around the world brought to the moon by the astronauts of Apollo 11 from planet Earth, July 1969. Everyone knows that the Queen has a soft spot for Pembroke Welsh Corgi dogs. She's owned more than 30 during her reign. What many don't know is that these dogs enjoy a better life than many humans. That's right.
I mean, I don't question that at all.
I would assume so. I would expect nothing less.
Her reign. What many don't know is that these dogs enjoy a better life than many humans. That's right. They reside in the Corgi Room at Buckingham Palace. They sleep in individual elevated wicker baskets to prevent drafts. And they have an extensive menu, which includes fresh rabbit and beef served by a gourmet chef. In 2012, the Queen said she didn't want to breed any more corgis as she didn't want to leave any young dog behind after she was gone.
So wait,
The
she
Queen
didn't
holds
want to,
several...
like she was wanting to make sure she would outlive whatever dogs are still alive.
That or they'd be an old dog.
Yeah. So it's interesting. She knew she was getting close.
behind after she was gone. Any more corgis as she didn't want to leave any young dog behind after she was gone. The Queen holds several records in the Guinness Book. These are just a few of Elizabeth II's landmarks. She's the world's longest reigning living queen and the oldest British monarch in history. She holds the world record for most currencies featuring the same individual.
Interesting.
The Queen
That
appears
is
on
the
the...
interesting point because I know like the Canadian dollar has it and obviously the pound and then
Well, no, also it's just been
I
so
think the
long.
the Australian one does too.
record for most currencies featuring the same individual. The Queen appears on the coinage of at least 45 different countries.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And she's also the wealthiest queen, with a personal fortune of estimated at £310 million.
That's it.
No. No, it's way more.
Personal fortune.
Oh, personal. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, there's stuff, the heirlooms and crown
The
jewels
crown,
and stuff alone is worth more than that.
They're
I guess
priceless.
I guess technically that's
if
not.
you just count up like the gold and the materials.
But I
and
guess
stuff.
technically it's not her personal property. I don't think. That was his point. 310 million pounds is her personal wealth.
I think he said billion.
No, it was 310 million.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Which is still a ton of money.
Yeah.
And she's also the wealthiest queen, with a personal fortune of estimated at £310 million. Since September 2015, she's the longest reigning monarch in British history. You could say that, as with many of her other duties, she's taken the motto, "Long live the Queen," quite seriously.
For sure. Well, then I think she's quite deserving of her Jubilee year. She's just like pushing out another another Jubilee. I don't know what I'm saying.
Hitting all these, I want to say landmarks, but I don't think that's the right thing.
Trademarks? What is it? Milestones.
Milestones, yep.
She's hitting all these milestones just every minute that she lives longer.
She's gonna be living. The one thing is, she's gonna be leaving such a legacy. Like it could be like another 1,000 years before someone has that long of a reign. It's weird to think 1,000 years in the future.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think we're gonna be here. It's just,
Well, obviously.
well, no, not us. I meant just in general, the world.
You don't think humans are gonna be here in 1,000 years?
I don't know. It's
Wow.
so hard to comprehend.
Such a sad.
My mind doesn't go past 10 years. I can't picture the world in 10 years, honestly.
It can change a lot in 10 years.
Exactly. Hopefully for the good.
Anyway, so yeah, that was amazing. 8 amazing things about the Queen.
Thanks.
I
I don't think I knew
think
any of those.
I knew
Other than the
one.
longest reigning one.
Yeah, I knew that one. So that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Very interesting. The corgis live a better life than most people.
Mhm.
I would expect, though. I would expect
Yeah.
that. So Anyway, what else?
So yeah, that was kind of the introduction to the whole Jubilee, Queen's Jubilee coming up and everything. We wanted to make sure we kind of cover a little bit of that. So I think we're going to try and do something on that day, which is the 6th of February.
Mhm.
It's coming up. Apparently you guys have a bank holiday. It's going to be like 4
Sometime
days.
in June. Yeah.
Oh, then? But
Yeah.
I think also in February there's going to be a bank holiday of 4 days.
I'm not for sure.
But you're going to celebrate in June. But either way, we're going to try to have a video come out on the day. Big celebration. Big is the number. Because 70 is a big number.
It is a big number.
So stay tuned for that. And we hope y'all watch it.
And we'll probably also have several videos over the next couple months, few months, like history of the Queen.
Yeah.
Just the Queen in general.
Get to
maybe,
know her a
maybe
little
the
bit
coronation, things like that.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you want to send us some videos our way that we should be checking out about the Queen
Yes,
and her reign
definitely.
and just everything that went into that, send it our way through Instagram and Discord,
Mhm.
and we'll be sure to check it out when we can.
Be sure to check it out. You sure do.
Are you making fun of me?
Yes.
Anyway, guys, that is the video. Thank you all for watching. Let us know down below if you knew all 8 of those facts,
Ooh.
and we'll catch you guys in the next video.